So I'm Deray McKesson. I'm a national activist and a co-founder of Campaign Zero, an organization that is centered on solutions around police violence and accountability. Like Sam already talked about, we did the first ever public analysis of police union contracts around the country. And I'll just talk about a few things. Is one, that we believe in safety. We believe that communities should be safe, that when people go out, they should know that they can come home. We also believe in accountability, that there will be standards and there should be consequences when people don't meet those standards. And we also believe in a justice system that is fair and equitable. The challenge with this contract and with this police department right now is that it doesn't actually have a justice system that is fair. So we think about what it means that there's a different set of rules that the police play by. So we think about three things specifically. One is the 180-day requirement. Is right now, the proposal would mean that that would be waived for criminal complaints or criminal proceedings. But when you think about things that aren't criminal, so if a police officer pulls their gun and points it at somebody, if they call them the N-word or another slur, like that wouldn't actually be changed out of this. So we know from the Me Too movement that just because a victim doesn't come forward immediately or in 180 days, that doesn't mean that there wasn't something wrong with that. The second is we think about this contract right now allows the police to have access to investigation material before they're interrogated. There's no other public body or proceeding where somebody gets access to all the investigation materials against them before they're ever interrogated. That's not a fair system. That's not something any private citizen would ever benefit from. And there's no understanding of how that actually allows the police to do their job any better. And the third is about citizen oversight. And like Sam already talked about, it's like, what does it mean to have a citizen oversight board that actually has no structural power, that can only at best make recommendations, that has no subpoena power or discipline power? And we know that there's civilian oversight boards across the country that do have those things. So we think about like teachers, for instance, is when we think about the importance of standards for teachers, this isn't about being against teachers. It's about saying that we think that kids should have great educations. This isn't about being anti-police. This is about making sure that there is standards and there are standards in community that hold people accountable. I've never been a doctor before, but I know what hospitals should look like. I know what doctors and what care should look like. I've never been a police officer, and I understand the role is hard. I also know that there shouldn't be a different set of rules that the police get to play by. And this contract sets you up, if you vote against it right now, to do something that is remarkable. I was a chief human capital in the Baltimore City school system. I managed our contracts in the human capital office, a department that is as big as the Austin public schools. And I say that because I know that the negotiating table, sometimes you have a chance to change history and change the course of a department, and you have that right now. You have a chance to do something that will put you on par and make you a leader in this space that has a structural power to make sure that the police are actually held accountable in real ways. And I think that if you don't vote for this contract, then you are sending a message that you believe that there should be real teeth, that there should be something in this contract that is meaty. And I think that that is a standard bearer. As Sam already talked about, there are cities across the country that have done this, and we would love for you to be one of the cities that joins that team. Thank you.
Thank you.